Hello, Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Life Through Angels, and my name is Nikki. I am recording this reading on February 9th, but whenever it finds you, it's meant to find you. These readings are timeless. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I am reading for the collective, Leo, so this is not a personal reading, so not everything can resonate. And don't try to force it. If you know, you know. If it's not meant for you, that's okay. It's just meant for somebody else. I hope you guys are doing well, healthy, staying safe. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards and then I will clarify with some tarot. We're just going to see what Spirit wants you to know, what the energy comes out today. Okay, let's begin. Spirit, what would you like Leo to know? What does Leo need to know today? What does Leo need to know today? What would you like Leo to know? Oops. I feel like I'm supposed to take that one. What does Leo need to know today? And remember, this is good for sun, moon, rising signs, Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. The energies can be reversed, male or female. It's all just about the energy. Whoa, that's too much, but I'll take this one. Okay, I think that's good. Stop. So let's see what Spirit has for you today. Okay, so your first oracle card is flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Look at a bunch of people dancing. Your next card is speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. And then listen, your inner child has something to say. Leo, it feels like you're going through something, but I want to say this too shall pass, and I don't know. But it feels like you're going through something because, the speak to yourself with kindness. It just sounds like you are being too hard on yourself, and it may be a childhood wound that is something I don't really know until I clarify with the tarot cards. But I just have that feeling of, take time, breathe, dance, have some fun, because you're being too hard on yourself. You need to talk more kind to yourself. And I see in this card about, speak to yourself kind. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Speak to yourself with kindness. I see a butterfly, which is transformation on here. Okay, so I feel like maybe something's changing in your life, and your inner child has something that they want you to know. But Spirit wants you just to maybe have fun, just like with the rhythm that's going on. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because I feel like maybe there's a childhood wound, an inner wound that may be coming up with something that's happening. Let's get some tarot and we'll clarify. Okay. We'll get down to the nitty gritty here. Okay. Well, at least as close as we can, anyways. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit. I'm going to see what Spirit wants you to know today. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about flow with the rhythm for Leo? What else would you like Leo to know? Queen of Pentacles. What else would you like Leo to know? Whoa, okay. We'll take those. Okay, yeah, something's definitely happened. Okay, so the cards I got for with the rhythm, get lost in the rhythm of the moment today. So it's almost like I feel like you need to be present in the moment. Like, Don't try to look too far forward. Don't try to look too far back in the past. You've got I'm sorry, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that was your first card out. And that's like a capable woman, caring mother, provides protection, security, enjoys material goods, generous, fertility, prosperity, an independent person. And then the next card out was the Ten of Swords, which is the feeling of being betrayed, being stabbed in the back. But it's also the end of a cycle, right? Tens are the end of a cycle, so there's a new beginning. And then right after that, you have the Knight of Swords. So it's like something coming in very fast and quick. But the Knight of Swords can also be fleeting. It's like seizing the opportunity. So I feel like can I get one more on the Ten of Swords? I want to find out what this is about. The Ten of Swords, please, Spirit. That's too many. Feeling left out of the cord in the Nine of Swords. So the I thought it was more than two. You got the Five of Pentacles, clarifying the Ten of Swords. Sorry, I got something in my sock. It's poking me like a piece of wood or something. Oh my gosh, what is that? Something's poking me. I don't know. That was weird. Sorry about that. I don't want to stop my video because I don't want to have to edit. So you got the Five of Pentacles, which is being like feeling like being left out in the cold, right? But the truth of the Five of Pentacles is there's a church right here. There's a church. They could easily go in and get warm, right? It's more like a way of thinking, you know. Um, and you're up at night worried and stuff like that. So the Nine of Swords is right before the Ten of Swords. So to me, it's like it's ending. Whatever you were worried about is ending. The feeling like you were left out in the cold, your sleepless nights, whatever you were worried about is ending. I'm going to put these on the side like that because that clarified. And like, because I feel like, and there might be a mother figure or a independent woman around this, and it's all about the energy, you know, like the roles can be reversed, masculine, feminine, right? But there's a feminine energy around this. I don't know if it's a mother figure, if it's you, an independent woman maybe helping you with this. And then there's something coming in where it's like seizing the opportunity, and you're just throwing yourself into it. But you also have to be careful about making rash decisions, because it's almost like when something ends and then like when the Knight of Swords come in, it could be making rash decisions real quick, you know, just because you want to be done, and you're going to make, you know, a bad choice if you don't sit and think with it. So I feel like I don't really know if this is about a relationship, if this is job, if this is about family. We're going to get more clarifying cards with the next one, and we'll kind of get the whole picture here. But I'm feeling like right now, Spirit is just wanting you to be present in the day. Whatever day you're in, just be present in the day and what's going on in that day. Don't think too much forward. Don't think too much of the past. Something's coming in because something is ending. Even though I don't have the Death card here, I do have the Ten of Swords. But I think your sleepless nights and your feelings of being left out in the cold are ending because something's coming in quickly. But when it does come in, don't make any rash decisions. That's what I feel for you. Hold on, I just want to make sure my mic's still on. Sorry. I have a green light on my mic, and I was recording last week and I made 3 videos and my mic was off the entire time. So I'm a little paranoid now because I have done a few readings before yours. So, Spirit, tell us about the Speak to Yourself with Kindness. Speak to yourself with kindness. Yeah, because it's like something's coming in. I feel like you're stressed out. Oh, that's too many, but I will take these 2 just because they're up. The Moon, see your emotions. And then the Ace of Pentacles, but something's coming in. King of Pentacles. So it might be about a job. I'm feeling like, because you got the moon and the Ace of Pentacles, and the moon is, it's like not seeing things clearly. It could be, deceit and all of that, but I don't really feel deceit. I just feel like you're not quite seeing things clearly. And then the Ace of Pentacles is prosperity. It's like success and the beginning of something new, almost, as far as your money is concerned. That's how I'm reading this. Maybe some of you lost a job, and then you got the Eight of Wands, which is coming in quick, and then you got the Nine of Pentacles, which is balance, security, financial security. Your reward for hard work. So I feel like this is probably mostly about your job. Maybe some of you lost a job, or maybe I don't see a decision making here, but I think maybe you lost your job, like you were doing good, and then maybe you lost your job and you felt left out in the cold, and you're having sleepless, worry nights, and then maybe some job offers are coming in pretty swiftly and quickly, and you have to make a decision. But I feel like, yeah, see, they're telling you, don't, with the moon, don't make any decisions until you're absolutely sure, because the stuff is coming in quickly. Because with the Eight of Wands here, I guess I should be showing so you guys can see, because you can't see my cards. With the Eight of Wands, that's coming in quickly, speed, hasty decisions, but they don't want you to make a hasty decision. You got the Ace of Pentacles, so that's new beginnings in your financial aspects of things, financial gain, it's successful, right? So things are changing, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is success again, right? So there's balance, security, freedom, but they don't want you to make a rash decision. They definitely want you to be paying attention to what's going on around you. And I think that's why they want you to be present in today. Okay. They want you to be um, aware of how you speak to yourself. And I just heard, like, say you get a job opportunity and you think, oh, I'm not good enough for that. That's way above my skill set. They're saying, no, don't, be kind to yourself. If it's not true, it's basically, they're saying it's not true. You could do it, right? So you could do this job. Um, that you're better than you think. And I think that comes back from, maybe that's why the childhood wounding thing comes in too, is because maybe you think you're not good enough, right, for the next job that's coming in. Maybe because when you lose your job, that's painful. That's painful. Sometimes you just feel like a failure, and you're not. Sometimes it happens, and I haven't seen the tower come out yet, but sometimes, you know I believe everything happens for a reason. And sometimes when you lose a job, it's just the universe's way of saying you've got something better to do, right? We want you in a better place, something that's maybe more aligned for your highest good. And it gives you that opportunity to start looking for that, right? So start shooting for the stars. Like, start, wherever you want to go. You are the captain of your own ship, right? So that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're looking for a job, but you maybe don't think you can, but the universe is saying, yes, you can. This is like, you can do this, and you can have better than what you had before. That's what I'm feeling like. And like, don't talk down to yourself. Okay, Spirit, what do you want them to know about, what do you want Leo to know about their inner child? What does their inner child want to say? Oh, that's a lot of cards, but I'm taking them because they all came out. So you have Judgment. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which is right after the Nine of Pentacles, which is everything financially that you could possibly want and need and desire. Okay, but you have Judgment. So yeah, judgment call. You are being called to do something new. That's what's happening. You're being called to do something new. Okay. And then the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, new beginnings. Okay, in finance. This is definitely about a job. Uh, the King of Swords and the Three of Swords. Yeah, I think, honestly, it just really broke your heart to lose this job. It really did. It really did break your heart to lose this job. But I really believe that you have a new one coming in because you're being called for something that's more aligned for your higher good, right? And change is hard. We like to get in our rhythm of things to know where we think the next day is going to be like. We like that rhythm, right? And when change and happens and we're unexpected, sometimes those childhood wounds can come up where you feel like you're not good enough. You're just not good enough, but you are. And that's what spirit is telling you. You are good enough. You can get something better, and you can get something that's maybe more aligned with your higher self, something you really want to do. Maybe you've been wanting to leave this job anyways, and you just needed that change. Well, this is your change. Okay. And I feel like, too, like there's masculine, because I have the King of Swords here, but I feel like there's a masculine that maybe has to do with this job you're taking, a masculine with authority and stuff. I want one more card on that. Like this new job you're going to get, there's like your boss is going to be a male. I don't know why I'm getting that. Spirit, can you give me insight on the King of Swords? The Queen of Wands. Hmm. I feel like there's a collaboration. But to me, this is almost like divine counterparts too. Because the Queen of Wands is like, a good um, nose for business. So maybe you're thinking about starting your own business and you're collaborating with someone. Um, and then I'm drawn to the black cat in the Queen of Wands. See the black cat there. So in tarot, back in the day, the black cats were like supposed to be not good, but she doesn't care. She's going to do what she wants to do. She's the Queen of Wands, right? And that's how you have to be. Like, I feel like there's collaboration here. I feel like you're collaborating with somebody to start something new in business. And maybe that's what spirit is telling you, is don't be so hard on yourself. You can do this, right? My camera is shaking every time I move. I got to be careful about that. So I feel like spirit is saying you can do this. So whatever it is that you're dreaming about, you're going to collaborate with somebody, or somebody's going to come forth to help you with this. That's what I feel, right? With this new job, maybe it's to start a business, maybe it's just a new job, a new venture. I definitely feel like it's a new job, and that's what's happening. So don't be so hard on yourself, because change is actually good. We grow from change. If we stay in the same place all the time, we kind of become stagnant. So change is good. And sometimes when we don't make the change, spirit will bring in the change for us. And that's what it sounds like is happening for you. So, Leo, I am going to leave this here. I hope that helps. And if it resonates, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps my channel and it gets this message out to more people that may need to hear this. And until next time, I'm sending you love and light.